I have been on Monday Night Raw for nearly 1 year. 1 year, and then within that 1 year, I have had one opportunity at the WWE Championship. And the only time I had an opportunity for the title was in a 6-man Elimination Chamber match. Now, tonight I face the big guy Ryback, one-on-one. And if I could beat Ryback in the middle of this ring here tonight, I will be the number one contender to face Randy Orton, the man that I beat a couple of weeks ago. A man that I know that I can beat again, given the opportunity for the WWE Championship at Payback. The Authority are looking for their next guy. Well, I'm not the Authority's next guy, but I'm the next guy to take the WWE Championship away from Randy Orton. Because I don't want to see Randy Orton as the WWE Champion. And some of you guys may want to see him as champion, but I want to see myself as champion. I've been on this show long enough. I've never had an opportunity one-on-one for this championship belt. And tonight when I beat Ryback, I will finally get the opportunity that I deserve. That I've been working my ass off for months and months and months. I will get that chance, and I'm going to make the most of it. At Payback, I'm going to win that WWE Championship. And I'm not going to be the Authority's champion. I'm going to be the champion for me, Daniel Bryan. I'm going to be the WWE Champion, the champion for each and every one of you. Well, you heard it from the man himself. Daniel Bryan is pumped. He's ready to go. Will he beat Ryback later on Monday Night Raw to be the number one contender for the WWE Championship? Ladies and gentlemen, my name is BrendenPlayz. Still a little sick, as you can probably tell on the voice, but I'm getting there. And we are back with more Universe Mode. Apologies for the lack of Universe Mode uploads. If you didn't see yesterday's video, Let's Talk Tuesdays, I said that I was sick, so I have been sick for the past 4 or 5 days, so the video should be coming very soon. So the first matchup is International Airstrike taking on the Dust Brothers. Seth Rollins will face Dolph Ziggler one-on-one. Cesaro is going to take on Dean Ambrose one-on-one, so 2 members of the Shield getting involved in perhaps the US title championship scene. And we have Truth and Consequences are going to take on Tons of Funk in a tag team matchup. And in 6-man tag team action, we have the tag team champions will team up with Kane, Jericho, and Christian to face Sheamus, Roman Reigns, and Randy Orton. It's interesting to see Roman Reigns being involved there. Can Sheamus and Randy Orton trust Roman Reigns? That'll be something to really we'll see soon, I suppose. Daniel Bryan will face Ryback in the number one contender match for the WWE Championship at Payback. The winner will face Randy Orton, so obviously Randy Orton in 6-man tag team action tonight, but no doubt he'll have his eyes on that match later tonight. So, there you have it. International Airstrike get a victory over Goldust and Stardust. Seth Rollins beats Dolph Ziggler. That's very interesting. Obviously Dolph Ziggler, he was looking good to perhaps face Big E at Payback. Maybe not. Cesaro gets a win, so, well, maybe a fatal 4-way is on our hands at Payback. Truth and Consequences versus Tons of Funk. Truth and Consequences get the victory. And we'll play the 6-man tag team match. And then we'll play the number one contender match later on. So this is going to be exciting. I'm pumped. Here we go. 6-man tag team action, ladies and gentlemen. The tag team champions. Here is one half. This is Chris Jericho of the Charisma Code, as of course voted by you guys on the BrendenPlayz.com website. I'm going to give it a plug. If you haven't already, check it out. Make sure you join the forums. I would love for some of you guys who haven't signed up yet, a little bit on the fence, to go and check it out. Join the forums, join the wrestling conversation, and chat about Universe Mode. We actually get some good conversations going on in Universe Mode. Got any predictions or any kind of suggestions for Universe Mode? I highly suggest you recommend it or leave it there in the recommendations thread we have over there. That way you can discuss it with other people, as you know, we know the YouTube comment section is pretty crazy at sometimes, and I think the forums is a little bit more of a civilized place to kind of converse with. Here is Christian. He's the other half of the tag team champions, half of the Charisma Code. Of course, well, we saw Chris Jericho get involved with Ryback last week. I thought that was very interesting. I think Chris Jericho maybe perhaps sending a message that, look, even if you win Ryback, I'm still going to be there. You know, I think Chris Jericho just kind of throwing his name around for the WWE Championship. I know he is the tag team champion right now, but I still think he believes that he deserves to be involved in the WWE Championship division. the main event division. Here comes Kane. He took a bit of a back seat from the WWE, or the main event division, and I guess he tried to contend for the US title. Hasn't had any luck, but nonetheless, he's here in the six-man tag team match. Sheamus, a man that came over from Smackdown, and he is now here on Raw. Hasn't really made an impact yet. Well, the victory tonight may help him do that. He's going to be teaming up with Reigns and Orton. So very interesting partners there. Of course, Roman Reigns has been heavily involved with the Authority over the past, well, number of months, maybe the past year on Universe Mode. So you kind of have to wonder, you know, can Sheamus and Randy Orton trust Roman Reigns? He's now, well, they haven't split from the Shield, but they've gone their separate ways for the time being. So you get the feeling, can Reigns be trusted? You know, is he a guy that we can trust, or is he, you know, still a part of the Authority? We don't know. We know we've seen the Shield members kind of move away from the Authority a little bit, but they haven't exactly been on bad terms or anything, so who knows? So Randy Orton probably doesn't really trust Roman Reigns. Perhaps Roman Reigns is in this match by the Authority to kind of keep an eye on Randy Orton. Who knows? So it'd be very interesting to see if Randy Orton does trust Roman Reigns here tonight in this six-man tag team match as we get it underway. Here we go. This is Monday Night Raw. So to start this one off, we have Sheamus and Chris Jericho in the middle of the ring. And of course, Kane, the big red monster on the side there. The Captain Charisma, Christian as well. So this is a bit of an all-star match, isn't it? All-star six-man tag team match. Sheamus, former World Heavyweight Champion here in Universe Mode. He and Randy Orton, the only man in this match to actually won singles gold. And Roman Reigns and, of course, the Charisma Code, the only other guys in this match to have won any gold at all. And they, of course, being the tag team champions. And we know the Charisma Code beat the Shield for the tag title, so perhaps Roman Reigns wants a little bit of revenge on the Charisma Code. I know that they have mutual respect for one another, but we still know that the Shield never got their opportunity for a rematch and won't be getting an opportunity for a rematch, so we have to find out who'll be the next contenders for the tag titles against the Charisma Code coming up at Payback. And looks, I suppose, maybe International Airstrike throwing their name around again. And of course, Truth and Consequences as well. I think there's a few teams here on Raw, but I think some, you know, in terms of star power, it may be lacking a little bit. Some teams haven't performed, and there's been a lot of inconsistency from a lot of these teams. So it's hard to really kind of pinpoint the number two team, the next kind of big team here on Monday Night Raw. Whereas you got on SmackDown, you know, you got a lot of great teams over there. White Family, Big Show, Mysterio, the Awesome Riders. So a lot of good teams over there that you could easily see as tag champions. Whereas here on Raw, I think perhaps Truth and Consequences, other than that, can't really see any other team being able to beat the Charisma Code. We thought for a moment the International Airstrike was going to be that team, but for some reason they've kind of fallen off the wagon a little bit. Perhaps they jump back on here tonight with the victory over the Gold and Stardust, but we'll have to see coming up if they can continue to win. They have to string together multiple wins at a time if they do want to be the next in line for the tag titles. There's Christian and Sheamus in the middle of the ring now, slugging it out. Christian's going to throw him into the ropes, throws Sheamus over the top rope, but he hangs on. And, oh, Sheamus bounces off the top rope, and he's sent out of the ring. Orton coming around, though. Is he going to get involved? Reigns as well. Orton tried to get involved, but Sheamus getting the work done on his own. And obviously, very interesting dynamic here. Everybody in this match probably would love to be WWE Champion. And I don't know if they're really willing to work with Randy Orton. I mean, he himself was heavily a part of the Authority. And, you know, a lot of people probably still feel as though they can't trust Randy Orton, even though he's now fully against the Authority, trying to take them down, trying to be the hero for the WWE right now, and he's doing a damn good job. Obviously, later on tonight, he's going to find out if it's going to be Ryback or Daniel Bryan, and we know Ryback's had some run-ins with the Authority in the past, teaming up with Lesnar in the past. Of course, when Lesnar was a part of the Authority, he no longer is, and we still haven't found out if Triple H is going to accept Brock Lesnar's challenge. Of course, in the last episode of Universe Mode, Brock Lesnar challenged Triple H to a match at Payback, and we understand that Triple H is not here tonight, so we will not know Triple H's response just yet. Maybe he will appear at Smackdown, I'm not sure, but hopefully Triple H does. He does say yes, because I would love to see Brock Lesnar get some on Triple H, so that should be good. Although a lot of people still kind of questioning Brock Lesnar's intentions right now. And hang on, wait a minute. Randy Orton takes down Reigns with a right hand. Well, there's your response. I asked the question, can Randy Orton trust Roman Reigns? Well, there it is. He just strikes down Roman Reigns, leaves this match. It's now a 3-on-2 handicap match. Well, there you go. Why? Randy Orton, does he feel as though Roman Reigns can't be trusted? Or perhaps he feels as though Roman Reigns is a potential threat, sending a message to Roman Reigns, sending a message to the Authority perhaps? I have no idea. But Randy Orton strikes down Roman Reigns and leaves this match halfway through it. Is that fair? I don't know. But now we have Kane. He's beating down on Roman Reigns. So this has turned into a handicap match now for Sheamus and Reigns. Here's the cover. And no, just not even a count there. So very interesting dynamic now added to this matchup. Randy Orton looks as though he's not coming back. So just finishing up the point that I was making. Triple H not here. Hasn't accepted Lesnar's challenge. Will we see it in the coming weeks? I hope so. And, I think Brock Lesnar still has a lot of questions from the fans. Is he with us, or is he against the Authority, or is he just trying to get the revenge that he wants, and is he going to wreak havoc over on SmackDown? I think he probably is just going to finish up with Triple H, and hopefully he wreaks havoc over on SmackDown. I think he has no real kind of intentions of leading this company or anything like that for the fans. I just think he just wants to kick Triple H's ass and be done with that, go to SmackDown and win the title from whoever may be the champion, whether that's John Cena, Batista. We know Undertaker's thrown his name around as well, so who knows? And we know Wade Barrett as well. Wade Barrett being a bit of a wild card stepping up here on SmackDown, so who knows what's going to happen over there. Of course, we are here on Raw, but right now we have Roman Reigns trying to survive here against Kane. And he's going to throw Kane into the corner with Sheamus. Maybe look for a tag. No, Kane counters. And he kicks Roman Reigns in the corner. And Reigns, he counters himself. But Kane continues to do so. Folds it up with a DDT. Takes down Roman Reigns in the middle of the ring. Maybe looking for a cover. No. Grabs him by the throat. Picks him up. Uh-oh. Oh no. Roman Reigns is in big trouble. Kane with a submission hold. We have Charisma Code jumping in. Oh, but Sheamus saves the day for Roman Reigns. Oh, what is... Uh-oh. Sheamus almost bumping into the referee. Uh-oh. Oh, a choke slam. Down goes Roman Reigns. Sheamus is out of the picture. 3 count. Kane and the Charisma Code get the victory. Turn into a handicap match. Randy Orton not trusting Roman Reigns. And walked out on Sheamus as well. And Kane and the Charisma Code were able to take the advantage here. And they get the victory. So big victory for Kane. Chokeslam the living hell out of Roman Reigns. And Roman Reigns trying to get a bit of vengeance on the men that took the tag team titles away from him. Unable to do so. And you get the feeling that Randy Orton was certainly the big contributor to their loss here tonight. I suppose perhaps Randy Orton has bigger fish to fry at Payback. And maybe he just wants to get an early exit so he can have the front row seat in front of the television to watch this next matchup, which will be Daniel Bryan versus Ryback for the number one contendership for the WWE Championship. But let's get straight into this match. Here we go. Daniel Bryan, he came out and said, look, I've been on Raw for nearly a year, which is true. He came to Raw the night after SummerSlam, and he was in contention for the world title over on SmackDown, and he was having a pretty decent run on SmackDown, but he was traded over to Raw for a couple of guys, and Ryback actually was part of that trade, I believe. So Daniel Bryan was traded for the guy he's versing tonight, Ryback, and a couple other guys. So Daniel Bryan came to Raw hoping to get opportunities for the WWE Championship, never got one. He was always consistent, he was always working his way up. We always knew, yep, Daniel Bryan's next in line, next in line, next in line. Authority never gave him an opportunity. Instead, they went with the likes of Cena, Punk, Rock, RVD, Kane, Bryan eventually qualified for the Elimination Chamber match, where he beat Kurt Angle, of all people, to get in that match. So he had to earn his way into the Elimination Chamber match, and he did so successfully, but he didn't win the Elimination Chamber match, unfortunately. He did lose, so that's been his only title opportunity for Daniel Bryan here on Raw. Now, if he can beat Ryback here tonight, he will be a part of the Payback pay-per-view, facing Randy Orton one-on-one for the WWE Championship. And does the Authority kind of feel as though, look, Daniel Bryan, is he good enough to beat Randy Orton? Or do we want Ryback? Probably on paper, you do want Ryback. Ryback, the self-proclaimed king of Smackdown, held the title for months and months and months. Had one of the most impressive title reigns next to Brock Lesnar, their former Authorities champion. So Ryback really, realistically on paper, is the perfect substitute for Brock Lesnar for the Authority. We know Ryback's been working with the Authority somewhat, not officially. Nothing's really ever been named, but we know Ryback has been a bit of an ally of the Authority in recent months. So Ryback is probably the perfect guy the Authority wants right now to face Randy Orton at Payback. And they probably feel as though Ryback can get it done. Probably feel as though Ryback can beat Randy Orton one-on-one. Whereas though, you know, they're not going to trust Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan came out and said he's not working for the Authority. Even if he wins tonight, he's not going to be the Authority's next guy. He's going to be the champion for himself and for the fans out there. Whereas Ryback, we know, is going to be the champion for himself, but also the Authority. Ryback wants to be the king of Monday Night Raw. He's already been the king of SmackDown. I guess he was dethroned by the draft, but, and I guess as well as that, Batista. But we know Ryback's looking to come back with a vengeance. Ryback's been a bit of a losing streak. He's actually had a couple of matches, I believe, with Daniel Bryan, and hasn't had much success. So Ryback's been on a bit of a rut lately, but you get the feeling that Ryback is ready to come back and come back strong. So if he can beat Bryan tonight, obviously he's going to face Randy Orton at Payback, and perhaps one of the biggest matches in both of those men's lives, because Randy Orton wants to eradicate the Authority for good. What better way than to beat the guy that they, want to be their next champion, Ryback? If they beat Ryback, who will the Authority bring in? There really is nobody in the Authority's kind of family that they can bring in for help. So I have no idea what the Authority's next move would be. Would it be Triple H himself, saying, look, there's no one else, I'm going to have to do it. We know Triple H probably will be tied in with Brock Lesnar somehow, so maybe Triple H can't actually get involved. So we know the next pay-per-view, we're not actually sure what that's going to be. So I suppose the next pay-per-view will kind of dictate what happens next. But then after that, we have Money in the Bank, then SummerSlam. So perhaps the Authority will be trying to get a new recruit to try and win that Money in the Bank match. So they do have a plan B for Randy Orton if Randy Orton does manage to hold the title for the long term. As a neck breaker there, takes down Ryback. Daniel Bryan looking to control this match. Folds it up. He's going to have another neck breaker as well. Down goes Ryback again. And Ryback pushes Daniel Bryan away. Uh-oh. Belly to belly. Throwing Daniel Bryan across the ring like a rag doll. Ryback, the big guy, in control. And hang on. An arm drag. And Ryback goes down. Oh, folds it up with another one. But Ryback, that big clothesline, immediately takes down Daniel Bryan. That could be it. 1, 2. Oh, Daniel Bryan kicks out at 2.5 to stay alive in this match. So this is all or nothing right now for both these men. Ryback's been struggling. He wants to do the Authority good. Wants to do, be the Authority's next champion. But hang on. He may just do that right now. Bryan in trouble. Shell-shocked. Down goes Daniel Bryan. 2, 3. Ryback has done it. The former king of SmackDown may be in line for the throne at Payback if he can beat Randy Orton for the WWE Championship. Ryback is your number one contender for the WWE title. Ryback back in the title picture after a couple-month hiatus. The big guy has done it again. The meat hook almost put Bryan away, but the shell shock was enough to finish him off. So Ryback has done himself proud. Will he beat Randy Orton at Payback? Time will tell. Big win for Ryback, and Daniel Bryan unfortunately fails again. And hang on, what's going on here? Ryback outside the ring, and hang on. That's Triple H and Paul Heyman. That's the Authority right there, and I think they give their seal of approval to the big guy. What's going on here? Oh, well, is this official? Has Ryback joined the Authority? We'll have to wait and find out, ladies and gentlemen. That's it from me. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please leave a like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, do everything you gotta do, and I'll see you next time.